Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Build a Better Adventure. This is our first video for 2026. So happy new year. Happy 2026. And I really wanted to go over in this video what I'm bringing to Mythic Con West, which will be out in Asheville, North Carolina. This is for February 27th through March 1st. Before we go into exactly what's going to happen at Mythic Con West, I wanted to follow up with photos from an earlier video that I didn't have at the time. So yes, I won the GM Gauntlet, and this is the trophy that I mentioned in the previous video. Check out the Golden Dice trophy. And again, the nice 3D printed dragon that is on my bookshelves right now. So in that video, I talked about lessons learned, or that I would go over lessons learned, but I never actually told you what they were. So let me be very clear. I need to take more photos when I go to conventions. And this is a mistake I hope to start correcting with Mythic Con West this year. So one of the many things that I've been doing since the last video to now, beyond starting to break out hardware so I can start learning how to draw and spending time editing all my adventures, I received the initial permissions from Goodman Games and Brotherwise Games to include their pieces into the GM Gauntlet so that I can create a one-shot adventure. So that is one of the things that we'll be releasing to Drive Through RPG relatively shortly. I say relatively, my goal is to have it out before I go to Mythic Con West. So the first game that I'm bringing to Mythic Con West is What About the Children? We're going to host it at 9 a.m. on Saturday. It is the first major adventure that was released by Build a Better Adventure. The adventure will be released prior to going to Mythicon. The title is What About the Children? The system is Shadow the Demon Lord. And if you have any sorts of questions of either being interested in playing through a game for Shadow the Demon Lord, or you want to know how to run this adventure and you have a whole bunch of questions that you want to bring to me, I will make it a point to have some time at the conclusion of the game to answer any and all of your questions, either directly about the adventure or things that we kind of discovered as we were playtesting, some things that you may or may not want to take advantage of. Please come on out Saturday 9 a.m. What About the Children? We're gonna have a blast. Super quick plot overview. The party make their way to Broken Spear, a rural village where children have disappeared and one has been found murdered. Can the party help the sheriff make sure the perpetrators are punished and spare anyone innocent of the crime? The next adventure I want to bring is The Risen Citadel, and this will be Friday at 8 p.m. If you haven't seen it, please take a look at some of my earlier videos. We have a centralized piece of terrain called the Gothic Cathedral from Aether Studios. The entire built out terrain is 32 inches by 38 inches by 12 inches. It's a massive piece of terrain. And the first time that we ran it at Playthrough in Raleigh was just amazing. It was so much fun watching people just take advantage of gaming through this just massive cathedral. So again, the title of the adventure is The Risen Citadel. It is for the system called MythForge, which is releasing in late 2026 on Kickstarter. And the overview plot is a citadel has risen in the middle of the forest. Other groups have been sent by the local city's magistrate to investigate and have not returned. And that's where your adventurers who are looking to forge their own myth. For this adventure, it's a one-shot adventure, and we should be able to get through all the pieces of the main campaign at the convention. I do have thoughts of bringing a third and potentially fourth adventure to Mythic Con West. And just from the standpoint of game systems that you would like to see at Mythic Con West, especially if you're going, let me know what those are. If we don't have an adventure that we're currently developing, we will build one and throw it up on Drive Through RPG and then come on out to Mythic Con West to run it. So one of the things I wanted to talk about at Mythicon or Mythicon West is their charity events. And so Griffin Heart is the company that runs their charities. And the idea behind it is you have a whole bunch of items that you put in a particular bin, and people buy lottery tickets in order to put money into trying to win this whole set. And Griffin Heart really does a multitude of charities. And Mythicon in 2025, so not this year, but last year, it was Veterans Bridge Home. And I asked them at Mythicon in Charlotte if I could donate items to their charity, and they said they welcome all donations. So I'm donating Primal of the Awakening. It's the all-in Kickstarter bundle from the Primal of the Awakening first Kickstarter. When I called them up and told them what I was bringing, they're like, "That sounds amazing." Will it be at Mythicon or Mythic West? I don't know. As soon as I donate, it becomes Griffin Heart's prerogative to put it at the right convention. However, Griffin Heart for the charity at Mythicon West has chosen beloved Asheville, and their big thing is continuing to help rebuild the devastation that happened after Hurricane Helene, as well as performing other good works in the area. While I was not in Asheville during Hurricane Helene, I was in South Carolina shortly after Hurricane Helene and just saw all the massive devastation, power completely out everywhere, people scrambling for water, gas stations, sometimes under quite a bit of water, or in other areas, there were situations where you could drive for 100 miles and not see any gas stations that were open. If what I'm bringing they can actually use for Mythicon West, uh, I think it'd be a wonderful charity to give to. I really do want to get to the point where slowly but surely a lot of the things that we're doing for Build a Better Adventure not only improves how people run role playing games, but also we do some sort of charity work every year that improves the lives of someone. And maybe not through donation of board game elements like we're doing for this one, but maybe entwined into the sales of one or two of the adventures that I put out on a drive through RPG. Okay. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please do all those social media things, like, subscribe, follow, and leave me comments, right? Here are the two channels, both in YouTube and Rumble, as well as, again, our email info@buildabetteradventure.com. Please don't hesitate to leave me a comment, either letting me know what game system you are playing so that we can potentially add a third adventure that we're going to be running at Mythicon West that has some interest, or leave me a comment about what charities you'd like to see us get involved with in the future. I appreciate all your responses. I love all the interactive feedback. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.